Welcome back, everybody. Again, this is Susie's Sweet Treats, and today we're going to be making banana bread. It's one of my all-time favorites. With the bananas, you want the ones that have the brown spots on them. It actually brings out the sugars and the sweetness of the banana, and these are the best ones when making the banana bread. Alright, so we're making banana bread. It's quick, it's easy. The longest part of it is the baking process. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine all of our dry ingredients into one bowl. So in the big bowl, I have the 3½ cups of flour. Next, we're going to add our sugar, which is 2½ cups. Then from there, we've got 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. So that's all of our dry ingredients. I'm just going to take the spatula and stir that around just a little bit. Alright, those are all combined, and now we're going to work on the wet ingredient. Alright, so now we're going to combine our wet ingredients into another bowl. So in this we have the 2 cups of mashed up bananas, and that actually took about 5 of those bananas that I showed there at the beginning. Then we have 1 cup of vegetable oil. Next, we have a 1/2 cup of milk. You can either use regular milk or I use buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk on hand, you can always take regular milk and add some vinegar or lemon juice to it. Let it sit for about 5 minutes and you get the consistency in your buttermilk. Then you have 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I use homemade vanilla. And then last but not least, we have 4 eggs. And we're going to get these all combined. Alright, so now that the wet ingredients are all mixed up, we're going to combine that into the dry. Alright, so now that the 2 wet and dry ingredients are all mixed together, we're going to put them into our bread and loaf pans that have been greased. So we'll just divide the batter. So that's about even between the 2 of them. It's going to go into a 325-degree oven for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So once they're done, we'll come back and I'll let you know exactly how long they bake for, and we'll give them a taste. Alright, so the banana bread came out of the oven. It did take, for my oven, 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. But it looks perfect. We're going to let it cool for a little bit, and then once it's cooled enough to handle, we'll come back, we'll get it out of the pan, and we'll slice it up. Alright, so the banana breads have cooled enough to where we can get them out of the pans. I did take a knife and run it along the edges just to make sure that we're nice and loose. So let's go ahead and get this out. And then there's what our loaf of banana bread will look like. Let's go ahead and get a slice. There we go. Now normally I would love to have this with a little bit of butter on there, nice and warm out of the oven, It just makes it that much yummier. So the banana bread, it's moist, it's light, it's fluffy. If you would like to continue getting more recipes and tips and tricks in the kitchen, like and follow my channel. Give me a thumbs up and give me comments.